this thing on? Hello? What up world, Julian here, and welcome back to Told by Thomas, the YouTube channel where I tell you how I live my bachelor life here in New York City. Brooklyn, New York to be exact.
I'm from Brooklyn. I rep Brooklyn all day. They killed Biggie.
What part of Brooklyn are you
I'm
from?
Brownsville.
You're from Brownsville.
I'm from Brownsville.
You are very
all
Brooklyn.
day.
You are very
I'm
Brooklyn.
So fucking Brooklyn.
And on today's video, if you haven't been able to tell already, I am back in the office after spending 5 long months working from my 1-bedroom apartment. That's right, if you caught my last YouTube video, then you guys saw how I recently joined this really dope co-working space here in Brooklyn, where I gave you guys a tour of the epic layout. Greetings from Bond Collective in their Bushwick location. Bond Collective is a luxury co-working space with locations in NYC, DC, Philly, Chicago, H-Town, and Nashville. In that video, you guys saw how I actually have a semi-private office within this space that I split with 2 other dudes. It's a cool layout, except it's a little dry. If you guys have been following me for a while now, then you know that I have a personality, okay? I am loud, I am colorful, and depending on who you ask, I can be a little obnoxious, and I'm okay with that. I'm a Leo, I like attention. Me and my therapist, we're working with that, okay? So on today's video, we are going to switch around my private office a bit just to give it a little bit more personality and pizzazz to match me. But like I said, I had to split the space with 2 other people, so I do need to be considerate. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to go about making the space my own while also, again, sharing it with 2 other people. Also in this video, I'm going to share some tools that I use to make my workspace that much more creative and productive. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, first things first, I cleaned the space and gave her a thorough wipe down. Again, I have to share my office with 2 other people, and nowadays, you can't be too careful. Now that my desk is so fresh and so clean, I removed the filing cabinet and office chair just to get a better idea of what I'm working with. Now, I'm a firm believer in that in order to be your most productive, you should be your most comfortable. So the design theme of my workspace is Cozy Boy. I began by setting the tone with an area rug. This not only makes the space more homey, but it also adds texture to a pretty dull canvas, while also defining what space is mine. So back up. Again, the theme here is Cozy Boy, and what better way to be cozy than with some house slippers? That's the joy of working for yourself. You set your own dress code. Ask about me. Now, y'all know that I'm a sucker for bold design, and you can't get any bolder than with the classic Stending Oversized calendar, which is perfect for any office space. When decorating or hanging anything in a temporary space, I highly recommend using tools that won't damage anything, like the command hooks from 3M. They pop right off when you're ready to take whatever you hang down without causing any damage. Just like any space that you lease, an office space will require a security deposit, and you want to make sure you get that back by the time you leave. I decided to put my filing cabinet to the back of my chair so it can double as a makeshift side table of sorts. Because the space is so small, we want to make sure that we maximize every inch. If you've been following me for a while, then a lot of the knickknacks that I'm using you've probably seen before in my other transformation videos. I'm a big advocate for reduce, reuse, recycle, and not to mention that I saved a lot of money by not having to buy anything new. Definitely make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you can catch all of my upcoming bachelor pad transformation videos. I then added these really cool cork tiles to act as a makeshift hanging board and to add some color. Now, as for the desk layout, I was really tempted to crowd my desk with all of my electronics. But deep down, I knew that I work best when I don't have too many distractions, so I try not to go overboard with the desktop gear and gadgets. I'm a huge advocate for technology, both hardware and software. Even though I have a dedicated desk, I move around a lot. The iPad Pro models from Apple allow me to take my work away from my desk and remain just as efficient. I highly recommend. I also recommend taking advantage of cloud services that the likes of both Apple and Google offers. I operate my business, including all of the work for my clients, via Google Drive, so I can access anywhere and everything saves across my devices with no hesitation. This process has allowed for me to maximize my productivity even when I'm away from the office. Don't get me wrong, I love my workspace, but what I love more is the autonomy and freedom to work whenever and wherever I want. Getting out of my house and doing the research and comparison shopping for the office space that works best for me has allowed for me to become much more efficient and drastically grow my business. Remember, you want your workspace to be as comfortable as possible, so take your time to organize everything and make sure you have the essentials within arm's reach. Your work won't be efficient if your workspace isn't. I keep all needed essentials in my filing cabinet. Writing utensils, a brush so I won't look raggedy on Zoom, and some Febreze just in case one of my office mates has some nasty ass smelling lunch. And there you have it, my new workspace. All right, neighbors, there you have it, my new dedicated workspace here at my co-working office. I really hope you guys like the way it turned out because I certainly do. I love how I was able to define the space without imposing on my office mates. I think that's very important when you have to share a space, whether it's an office with your buddies or whether it's a dorm room. You need to be considerate of others, and you also need to be considerate of the space itself. You want to make sure you get your security deposit back. So you'll notice that's why I use the removable stickers and the removable pins to hang anything. I think my favorite part about this setup has to be how I kind of maneuvered everything. So if you remember, I had a file cabinet under my desk, which I think is pretty standard, but I moved her behind here. So, I have long legs. I don't wanna, have that in my way. And if I need anything, I can always just like turn around, reach in here. Let's say I pass gas before one of my office mates come in. I can just reach in here like this and spritz it away. No one will know. Like I said, I keep all of my important equipment in here. So like my camera equipment, my phone, keys, wallet, my cash. You guys, please do not try to rob me, okay? My favorite Bible verse goes, there's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. Amen. Don't play yourself. So yeah, I just like the fact that, you know, she's clean, she's organized, she has personality now. She is a bad bitch. Again, everything is just at arm's reach, and yeah, that's it for today's video. If you liked what you saw, definitely make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you thought was your favorite part. Also, let me know what you think the future of work is. Like, would you want to do a shared co-working space? Do you want to go back to the office? Do you want to continue working from home? Let me know your thoughts. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Tell your mama, your daddy, your bald-headed cousins about me. Feel free to follow me on Instagram @ToldByThomas. And last but not least, be nice to each other. All right, you guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Hey.